Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Dustbound. It's a bullet heaven that is also a deck builder, which sounds interesting. Oh, this is very hyperlight drifter. Okay, I don't think I can do anything at the moment. Can I dodge? Can I do anything? Nope. Choose your drone module. Enables your drone to fire rapid arcane projectiles at enemies. Burst of 3 laser shots at enemies, explosive projectiles at enemies. Let's do the lasers and see what happens. Honestly, the town might have too much of a hyperlight drifter aesthetic. I can't open this up. Ooh, add a card to my deck. So, increase range by 5. Every 8% missing health, fire 1 rocket at a rate of... That's interesting. We should probably stick to beam, though. Okay, find lost treasure. So I guess we're going to be just looking around for treasure chests like that last one, as that'll add more cards to my deck. I don't entirely know when we play cards, just that we will be. Okay, here we go. Play cards. Gain new weapons or upgrade your gear. Cards cost energy. End your turn when energy is depleted. Gain new energy by killing enemies. Find loot boxes to expand your deck. Let's see, upgrade cards. Upgrade cards at the same level to create stronger, higher tier cards. Cards level and rarity are shown by its color. Ooh. Banish cards to remove them from your deck and gain a stat boost for the next round, with higher level cards granting bigger effects. Your current drones are displayed here. You have a limited number of drone slots, but we'll unlock them over time. This is very, it's called Heretic. Heretic's Fork, actually, which I'm kind of digging. Cards have different effects, different types, and damage sources. Drone cards activate a drone. Permanently occupy one of your drone slots. Active cards allow you to use weapons and abilities for a set number of turns without requiring a drone slot. Modifier cards boost your stats and weapons. Okay, so movement speed and some blanks. So I have just enough to actually play these. I don't have enough energy. I could banish them. I think I'm just going to do that. I have no idea how necessary that is, but still. So we've given myself extra range, which, is okay. I'm assuming we just go until I hit maximum energy. Okay, projectiles now bounce when hitting enemies. Oh, this is an augment. Shoot an additional projectile. Or when killing enemies with a projectile, fire a projectile in a random direction. A lot of these are actually very good. Shooting an additional projectile is nice, but I think we're going to go for rubber bullets. Heal by 5, extra attack speed, powerful piercing laser at enemies for 1 round. I'm going to go for the attack speed modifier. Okay, so... Ow. Yeah, we don't have a dash, but I can kind of work with that. Alright. So laser damage. Let's see. So I guess we already have a couple of these. What is in my deck? A couple of rocket cards. So I think I'm going to actually mush these two together. So, arcane damage, laser damage. Currently we're doing lasers, so I should do lasers. Okay. So I have blast box if I want to do it. But I think I'm going to fuse these two together as well for reduce the cost of each card in your hand by 1. Big chip. Because now I can play both of these. Perfect. End turn. Okay, drone to fire rapid arcane projectiles at enemies. No. Long barrel is a purple. So that's just a rarer card. I'll take it. Okay, I was really curious how they were going to handle this being a roguelike deck builder. This is actually really good. Heretic's Fork is kind of it is an underrated game. I think it actually did well enough. Let's see, shoot an additional projectile, gain a drone shot, more bouncing, max energy by 1. Ooh. I'm gonna go for another projectile, and let's go for more laser damage. Okay. So, small chip, next card played has 0 cost. Whoop. And let's just do long barrel. Laser damage. Then we're going to just merge these two together. call meteors on your enemies for 2 rounds, rockets, or another big scope, which I'll just use. Looks like I can also merge these two together. Interesting. I was going to say, Heretic's Fork, I don't want to say is an underrated pseudo Bullet Heaven. Bullet Heaven inspired kind of game. You're locked in kind of this central dais, and enemies are coming from every angle, and it has kind of this deck building element of combining things together. Do I actually want to grab increase all damage sources by 10%? The thing is, as much as I like Blast Box, it's a one-off, whereas in this case, these are permanent upgrades. Active abilities would be nice, and we'll probably want to use them, because obviously the faster I kill things, the more energy I'm going to be able to get. But, okay, this is a bit tricky. Might want to look into some healing at some point, as I'm pretty inevitably going to be taking damage here. What was I going to say? Yeah, the faster we kill, the more energy we get, the more energy we get, the more abilities I can cast. I don't know if that affects enemy spawn rates, though, so we'll have to see how this goes, because you might actually just be able to kill things too fast. Okay, I'm going to combine the movement speed with the blank. Let's see. Second Triton laser. Okay. I think that was maybe a higher tier version of it. Question is, can I actually just leave these here? Because I know you could originally in Heretic's Fork. Oh well, one way or another, we've got 2 very good lasers, and we're wrecking things really hard. Okay, next card played has 0 cost. Let's start by fusing the 2 blanks together, see if I can get anything interesting. Another big chip. Whoop. Which I guess is kind of overkill, but whatever. I wonder if that next card played has, if that carries over to the next round. I hope it does. Ow. Yeah, so it seems like blanks are ever present. Oh yeah, you can see these enemies showing up in the ground. They're kind of spiky. Okay. Active damage, range. I think I'll just grab Blast Box. It's good fodder for fusing. Okay, reduce the cost of everything in my hand by... yeah, probably. Let's fuse these 2 first. Okay, damage and stun enemies for 1 round. Photon enhancer, 20% laser damage. Absolutely. So I kind of don't want to move too much. These landmines are everywhere and I cannot see them. Nor do I have any kind of meaningful healing. So mostly we're just going to have to wait. But yeah, using the card fusion system from Heretic's Fork is kind of brilliant. It worked really well in that game. Oh no. I cannot stand still. That big guy is going... I cannot kill him in 1 shot. I'm actually probably just gonna die here. Okay, I'm just gonna fuse these together. Upgrade, what do we get? I guess we'll grab Blast Box. We can use an active for this round. I guess I could have possibly also waited on that one. Either way, next time we get the opportunity, I'm picking anything that gives me some healing. Because we don't heal from consumables, we heal from cards. I probably should have picked it up earlier, when I'd had the option. See, active weapons last longer. Tempting. Killing enemies with a projectile. Fire a projectile in a random direction. Or do I get more bounce? Moonrock is interesting, but I'm not really using active abilities right now. Grab another photon enhancer. I don't know what the upper limit is as well. Like, what is max rarity for this game? Okay, more range, more laser damage. It looks like that pillar doesn't do anything. Small chip, next card plate has 0 cost. Eh. Probably just fuse these two together. Okay. Damage sources, arcane. I'll just do that. Though I think I'm going to just do the plus 20% laser damage, because that's permanent. I guess the faster I level, though, the better. It's tough. I don't actually know what's the kind of ideal build with that one. Also, it's not a Wanderbot video without me turning the sound effects down a little bit. Okay, and some of these guys are shooting at me at this point, which is tricky because I cannot... let's see. Gain a drone slot. Increase max energy by 1. Let's go for that. I'll grab the arcane pearl. It's trash, but that's fine. I guess I could have skipped it, but it's fine because I can merge these things together. So I could get another Triton laser. Okay. In that case, we might want to wait on that Triton laser. None of these are good. I'm just going to use that one. I could also banish a card, but I don't really want to. We're strong enough at the moment that I'm not, like, in dire straits. I kind of wish this didn't have the blank system. I understand why they're there, so you're not constantly stuck, but it does slightly undervalue the deck building elements. But that was kind of a default thing in Heretics Fork, and I think it works here, because you always have cards to merge this way. Whereas here, you have to wait a little bit. Okay. He's big and spooky. And we do not want to let him do his thing. Grab that, whatever it is. Grab another Triton laser. Okay, let's take a look at this. Got a couple planks, got a laser, well, merge these two together. Could go for a big chip, but I don't think we're going to benefit from it. Okay, so I'm going to merge these together. Get a purple. I was really hoping the extra lasers and stuff would wreck them. Let's see. Enemies have a chance to explode when damaged or on death, or projectiles pierce an enemy. Let's go for a pierce. And I'm just going to grab the blast module. It's not actually practical for me. Okay, we beat the boss. Knockback damage sources. Damage sources. Okay, we have the big chip, but I think first I'm going to merge these two together, see what I can get. Bring it back. Big chip, play both. Huge damage boost. I'm going to banish that for... Oh, some max HP. Not much, but... there are reasons to do that. Gain a drone slot. We definitely want that. Let's see. None of these are particularly good. Yeah, my damage is scaling quite nicely. It's mostly my fire rate that could use some work. Because most of these guys are getting one shot. It's just not enough to take them all out. I think I will, on a subsequent run, go for explosives. Increases your hand size by 1. Yes. Really could use that healing, though. Oh, well, he died fast. Previous one lasted a very long time. This one, not so much, though. Okay, let's combine these two together. Go for that. Combine these two together. Long barrel. Yeah, probably enough. I could have merged more, but I'm reasonably happy with this. Oh yeah, and that banish only was 5 max HP for the round. Uh-oh. Okay. And I'm dead. Yeah, too many enemies, and I think it's better to have more guns. Let's quit. And let's go back. Did I get anything? No meta progression whatsoever. So, can start his turn when he has at least 3 energy. Restores 1 energy after playing 4 cards in a single turn. But I gotta get money to do that. Which probably means I need to win a run. What else do we have? So this is just my collection. Locked or unlocked. A card shop. I could buy more packs. Doesn't look like it can interact with that character yet. And coming soon. Well then. Might be meta progression? Could be. Let's go for blast this time. Because I liked the idea of the lasers, but we were just getting surrounded, and also we didn't have any healing, which was not great. Now this should be rare? Maybe. Enemies have a chance to explode when damaged. Let's see. Laser, arcane damage, damage from all sources. Start with the purple. That's pretty good. So we definitely need fire rate. Now what is the most... I'll have to think on that one. Okay, let's merge some cards. Explosion damage plus 12. Tempting. Do we just merge these two together? Sure. Yeah, so we have emergency rockets, but I think I'm going to go for long barrel. Because now I can play both of these. Can't do anything with the blank, but that's okay. So we got some purples right off the bat. That feels good. And we have a healing card. It's not an amazing one, but I like it. Damage sources. Yeah, generally, I want to shoot for the rarest cards I possibly can snag. Ow. Chance to explode on death. I'm actually going to go for hand size. The explode on death is tempting, but bigger hand size means more merging, which is extremely good. Stun and damage enemies in your area. Well, I like long barrel. I think we're going to go for a fuse so I can get better long barrel. Play that immediately. I'm going to merge these two together. Get another blast module. And I'm just going to heal. Because, yeah, having a second blast module means I can fire more, which is going to be helpful. I don't know if Pierce or Bounce is going to affect my attacks here. But if we can get anything that gives me extra... if we can get anything that gives me extra AoE size, I would not hate that. Okay, so we got some options. I'm going to just play the second blast module. And then I think we just merge things together. Oh, there's another blast module. Let's see. 9 rockets for 2 rounds every time you get damaged. See, I like some of these active abilities, but alas. Now, I could roll the dice and try and fuse these together. I don't think I want to. Okay, increase your hand size, increase your max energy. Hand size. Another blast module. Probably should have just gone for the green since it's merge fodder, but still. I wonder if I should have gone for Pierce. Because it feels like I could have actually done something with that. Maybe. Oh well. I'm just going to play those. I'll just banish both of them. Okay, we get another blast module. There. So this is going to give me some extra fire rate, which is huge. Alright, then we can just kind of hang out and wreck whatever. Actually, do we want to do that? I think, well, it's important to go grab or fight as many things as possible. My rockets are kind of going to take care of that. What we're looking for is as many chests as we can. Those passive relics are majorly game-changing. Okay. Just going to play all 3 of those. I don't know how many blanks I have in my deck. But I'd like to not. I just don't think I can get rid of them, is the tricky part. Okay, gain a drone slot. Would let me fire more. Yeah, let's get another drone slot. I do wonder if maybe I should be a little bit more single-minded about getting rare cards. Let's see, homing rockets, 1 homing rocket, 3 per second, at enemies for 2 rounds. So stuff like that might actually be good for me at this point. I was really hoping to get one of those chips. Alas. Okay. Keep banishing those. Maybe the blanks do go away. Alright, one way or another, I've got 3 drones that fire. Oh, there's a couple of things to the side. Another drone slot. I'm actually going to go for bounce. Let's do a next card played has a 1 cost 0. Because that actually can be helpful. Pick that up, it's fodder. Ow. And I should do a little bit of healing. Hand size. Let's keep going hand size. Okay. Next card played costs 0. We could merge these together. I think we want to wait on that one. Let's see. Still got some left. Do those 2. Can I actually merge these 2? No, I cannot. Okay, big ship. That's the one I was hoping for. Probably should have started with that. I would have actually been able to... but the photon ship would have helped. Maybe I could have done some things with it. Okay. Yeah, let's keep grabbing green cards to just use as merge fodder. Okay, so there's Rock Boy early, which is good. Shoot an additional projectile, absolutely. Yeah, so it looks like stuff like bounce does factor here. Okay, how do we want to do this? I need to probably raise my energy maximum. Probably just merge a bunch of these together. See if I get lucky. Here's a question. If I merge these two together, it doesn't give me what I want, but we can get some old pills. Yeah. Hate to do this. Let's just go with that. And it looks like gold might be the upper limit. Okay, small chip, more homing rockets, more homing rockets. Ow. Unfortunately, we haven't been scaling my damage as much, but we have a lot of weapons. So I'm kind of in a nice spot. I'm just gonna scoot away from Rock Boy. Okay, he is proper dead. Let's see, what else do we have? We have a small chip. Okay. Probably best to just focus on merging for a bit. We're still pretty strong. I think I'll just do both long barrels. I could do more, but I think this is good enough. Enemies have a chance to explode on death. Hand size, enemies have a chance to... Oh, let's just go for the bounce. Yeah, we don't have to worry about the golem coming after me, so I can kind of just chill. I was hoping an explosion radius would be an upgrade that I could work towards. So the one thing I really wish this game had was some degree of, like, being able to... Oops. Okay, there's a couple of guys shooting at me to the right. I wish there was some way of banishing cards. Keep things out of the pool entirely. That'd be very nice. Okay, so we have the big chip, which is what I was hoping for. None of these are special. We can get rid of that at this point. $15 rockets for 3 rounds every time you get every time you get damaged. It's okay. I guess... Yeah, that didn't work as well as I wanted it to, but it's fine. Ow. Ooh, that hurt. Yeah, if we get any of the gold cards we don't want, I should banish those. Let's see, gain a drone slot. Active weapons last longer. Let's gain another weapon slot, just because. Okay, there's another one. I probably should have skipped that in retrospect. Fire an additional projectile. The max energy would have been good, though. Yeah, let's just skip. Okay. Be very careful here. The desperation rockets would not be terrible. Let's see. Let's start with small chips so I can do blast module. Old pills so I'm not super dead. That, and we'll do one of the emergency rockets. I'm just gonna banish both of these. Okay. Yeah, nice part about emergency rockets is it scales based on how damaged I am, and so I would actually like to have gold emergency rockets if I can manage it. They're extremely good. Let's see, hand size. I think I'm gonna keep going for bounce. Alright, so we have the big chip, we have the small chip, we have chips. Upgrade these. Another big chip, which actually is very good. Let's see. You can just do that, I think. The nice part about these rockets is they're, well, the emergency rockets are at least homing. Let's get those. We don't want to pick up grays at this point. I can't avoid the blanks. Those are inevitable, but everything else I can do without. Because we already have a fairly good lineup. More cards actually is just going to slow me down. Because there aren't a whole lot of gold cards that are really going to make a difference. He died very fast. Okay, let's just do... probably just big chip. More emergency rockets. And I will go for the heal. Yeah, so we might want to make it so my active abilities last longer. If we get that option. We don't. But that's fine. There goes the big guy. Well, this so far is feeling pretty good to me. I should go for attack speed. I love the active abilities, but yeah, once again, they don't last. Okay, so we get a big chip. We do get a bunch of other stuff. Let's merge these. Range, explosion damage, for sure. Okay. I guess it doesn't really matter if I do big chips. Let's just do volatile and then merge these two together. Get another one of those. Can't do much with it, but that's okay. I'm just going to banish that. Just in case the blanks go into my discard pile. I don't know if they do or don't. I kind of wish there was actually... Slay the Spire has a modifier for cards that disappear if you do not use them, called Ephemeral. And it actually feels like this would benefit pretty heavily from having an ephemeral tag for stuff like blanks. Damn, that's a lot of rock boys. I'm gonna melt them. Ah, biscuits. Yeah, I could have done that better. Oh well. I got excited. I saw the gold chest and I wasn't thinking. It's fine. Gain a drone shot slot, additional projectile. I'm gonna go for the drone slot just because. And let's grab cyber bullets. Though I'm probably just gonna munch the cyber bullets in retrospect. Guess why am I just sitting here? Like, the rock boys are valuable to go for the kill. I think. Okay. I'm just gonna banish that. What does that do? Heals me. Okay. Merge these two together. Humming rockets. So I think banishing is a secondary means of healing, because I think the max HP goes away, but that's not a problem. Because the max HP goes away, but the gained health does not. So I could actually probably get rid of a healing item at this point. Okay, let's just merge these. I'll have to take a look at my deck. That's a lot of blanks. We should not have that many. Because, yeah, I've got 2 more blanks waiting in the wings, supposedly. And I'm just going to skip a number of these. Because we don't need them. I'll merge blanks if it's convenient and there's nothing else. But regular common cards aren't really that good. Okay, max energy by 1, or active weapons last 1 turn longer. Both of these are extremely good. I'm actually going to go for Moonrock. Because at this point, that is good. Hold up. I should merge these. Big chip. Homing rockets. Old pills, which I might honestly get rid of. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to just banish both of those. We should thin my deck down. Unless it's one of those where blanks only show up if your deck is below a certain level. There might be a determining factor on that. Game's starting to hitch a little bit. I think I might be getting too strong. Oh well. Okay, how do we want to do this? Double big chip. I'm just going to banish that one. Banish that, keep everything else. Yeah, I wonder if you get... I wonder if you get the blanks. Ooh. Yeah, I guess I'll keep going for hand size. Poor game is not having what I'm putting down. I'm also really curious what the end state on this game is. Maybe it's like 10 minutes. Okay, let's combine these together. Emergency rockets. Let me take a look. Yeah, we've got 2 more blanks in the draw pile. So it's probably something to the extent of every time we redraw, we get more blanks. Optimization could definitely use a bit of a pass if a regular run can get so strong it's lagging itself out. I mean, I'm doing exceptionally well, but I think it might just be best for me to not move. Which is extremely silly to say. No, it's odd because it hitches periodically. Like it goes and then it has a bit of an issue and then it goes and it has a bit of an issue. I wonder if it's some kind of spawning thing. I have no idea. The problem is I really wish I could boost my hand size, but just a smidge more. So, I think in this case, I'm probably going to get rid of the homing rockets. I think is the easiest solution. Oh, there's a boss in here somewhere. I'm gonna keep boosting hand size. Skip the rest. Oh, I guess we killed the boss. That's the answer. Well, we find some gold. Okay, cool. Play again just brings me back here. Maybe we could try one more build. Okay, this is collection. This is different characters. I'm gonna try the booster packs. Like, I could play a different character. I could try a different character, but I think we want more cards. Max health by 10. Drone with an arcane railgun. Increases your luck. A hell of a lot of blanks. Okay, that's extremely rude. Maybe there's nothing more to unlock. Well, one way or another, let's try the arcane gems this time. It would have been nice to get a different character, but we don't need it. Ooh. This might be less laggy. And this is going to be a very good build for bounce. Okay. So go for the arcane damage. So the one thing I will say is energy maximum doesn't really work as much as I'd like. Hand size worked incredibly well. Okay. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna mush everything together first. The only thing we want to really keep is Big Chip. And that's only if we can find it. Okay. Laser, explosive. Ooh, old pills for healing. I guess I'm gonna grab the recoil catalyst. We're not gonna use it. It is kind of the downer. And I want to see what that railgun does. But we're gonna have to find it first. Okay. I don't want the blast module, but it's a purple. Purples can be fused. And right now we're trying to get as many gold cards as we can early. Yeah, I gotta go for at least one barrel wheel. Okay. I wonder if we don't have a higher tier version of the boots. It's very possible. Okay, let's merge these together. Humming rockets together. But I'm probably going to use the arcane gem rather than anything else. Mainly because we want to just double my firepower. Faster I kill, the faster I level. Probably should be kind of careful about that, but I can also eat blanks for 5 health at a time. Okay. Oof. I hate to do this. So let's not. Okay. None of these really have what I'm looking for. And just banish that. Should heal me for 5. Yeah, I want to merge those two, but they're also kind of my only damage at the moment. I'm just going to skip. We don't need it. Like, if it's just commons, we just don't bother. More hand size would be nice, but I should go for a drone slot. Let's grab a blood bag. I like the idea of the blood bags. Being able to stack a couple of gold blood bags, or even just purple ones, would be nice. Grab the regular arcane gem. Mostly just so I can merge these together. It's not the most practical, but whatever. Okay, energy max. Let's just do bounce. Increase your luck by 5%. Okay, we get a small chip. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna merge it. Small chip to arcane gem. We now have a purple. And I'll just do blood bag for some max HP. There we go. What major credit where credit is due. The lasers fire insanely fast. Or not the lasers, the arcane fires insanely fast. I think one thing this game doesn't have that I wish it did was, like, status effects and stuff. Okay, I guess I've got the small chip so we can do the arcane gem. Let's merge these together. None of these are good. I'm just gonna merge them together. Not my favorite, but that's okay. I wish this game had somewhat of a talented system. That I wish you could at least somewhat curate what your card pool looks like. Talented specifically, you can kind of... Hell no. Talented didn't really do it too much. I'm trying to think of good examples of this. Okay, I'm gonna just fuse these together. It's all terrible. I wonder if we... No, we have to have the max level for that arcane card. I can't imagine that that's not in the pool. Yeah, the problem is the more cards I unlock, the more random garbage we're going to be getting. Hence why I almost wish that there are ways for me to curate it so that I'm not getting all these random explosive or laser related upgrades. I get that, like, roguelikes are... there's Big Chip. I get that roguelikes are all about randomization, and, like, to some degree you're supposed to just accept that level of, like, this is not something I want. There's our second Big Chip, Big Chip, Big Chip, and everything else is free. So now all we need to do is focus on hand size, and we become ridiculous. Hand size and also maxing out and getting all of the best stuff we possibly can. Like, I know roguelikes are all about, being given bad options and choosing against. Maybe as an alternative solution for the card merging, maybe if you could only merge two of the same cards together to get the upgraded form. And that way the only times you're given random cards that you don't want is from the loot pool. I didn't realize I had two small chips. Let's see, do I want to grab Arcane Meteor? No, let's grab the long barrel for now. Whoops, didn't actually mean to use it. Oh, at least we can merge these all together and get something. Arcane Lance. Can't use it, but I like it. Because it's a different weapon, and I know we have a gold version of it. Somewhere in the pool. Alright, there we go. I wonder how these things factor range. Okay, we have Big Chip. But first, let's merge. Merge. I guess I can't. That's fine. And I could merge those together, but I don't want to. Yeah, the one downside on the railgun is it does not bounce, and it has well, I mean, it has infinite pierce, but it does not bounce. I guess that's kind of fine. Okay, and I gotta be a little careful. I'm actually taking some damage here. Okay, more bounce. Let's gain another drone slot. Max that out. And grab some old pills. Just as kind of a bonus healing. Alright, so if I do Big Chip, we should be able to do all four of these, yeah? There we go. I've been neglecting my stats a little bit for curating a better deck. And it's probably a good time for me to actually start building my stats up. Let's see. No, the extra projectiles is insanely good. Like, extra hand size is great for scaling, but this is just massive. Sure, I'll grab Meteor Magnet. A green is at least something I can work with. There we go. Yeah, the one downside on the railgun is they fire 3 projectiles, but it's in a set, like a fixed pattern. I guess it's not that bad. Okay. We're going to merge one of these. Oh, I guess I really should go for the merge first. So we're going to go for the meteors. If only because I'm being beset by at least a little bit more than I'm usually. This kind of mid-bossy dude is tougher. And hurts. Ow. Well, he's dead. I got stuck on the rune? Not sure. Let's just gain another drone slot. Another purple. Okay, and I gotta be very careful here. Let's go for the merges first. It would have been nice to be able to do that one, but alas. Now everything is lasers. Yeah, so I think we're still going to want to stack as many projectiles as we can. Ooh, the meteors bounce, I think. I didn't expect them to. I'll admit I was expecting the meteors to just come down and leave behind like an AoE, rather than just be a flying projectile from the sky. But hey, I can't complain. Get another blast module, even if it's no good. Because I can still use it for stuff. Let's see. Do I just increase my damage by 20%? Sure. Probably should have actually just munched that one. Maybe. I mean, the 20% damage boost is good here. I also really wish there was a greater variety of augments. Most of the augments I'm finding so far all kind of in the same category. Or, I think there's only like 10 augments in the game, and I really wish there was actually rarity levels for them as well. I'll grab the happy radar. Okay. Do we want to do this? Don't have too much. I'm just going to start with the big chip. Let's see. Recoil catalyst? No. I will just leave it as such. Just because some, like, really rare modules would actually be cool. Killing enemies fire a random projectile in that direction. Grab another blood bag. I don't know, just some rarer abilities, especially because I do feel like the extra projectile should maybe be a bit rarer than some of them. Maybe? I don't know, like, bounce is also very good. But I wish also there was some kind of system of changing the weights of certain upgrades, if that makes sense. Like, if you get a lot of lasers, the game actually kind of responds to that and says, like, okay, here's more. Please don't get garbage. Yes. I guess I should have maybe gone for the weapon. Oh well. That was like a 30% attack speed boost, which is very good. As part of the reason why I was kind of like, I feel like this game could benefit from some status effects. You know, chain lightning, poison burning, slow, stuff like that. I could see that getting very broken if you're stacking a bunch of them, but isn't that kind of the point of this game? Okay, let's... Oh. These already cheap? They are already cheap. Well, do we get another arcane lance? We do. Big chip, arcane pearl, merge that, another lance, and happy radar. And let's just eat the blank for a little bit of health. I am the disco. Pew pew, sucker. Alright, what do we get? Emergency rockets? Yeah. I like some of this stuff I should just consume. Rather than anything else. Let's see. Merge these together. Doesn't matter. Merge these together. I'm gonna grab the arcane gem. We're gonna lose that one. Let's see. And I'm just gonna use the arcane gem. Let's see, max energy. No, we want hand size. And I don't think we actually want any of these. Because yeah, we want to be... Oof. We want to be able to draw pretty much my entire hand in one go. Unfortunately, I get the distinct feeling I'm actually going to lose here. Ooh, that's not healing me for nearly as much. That's rough. Last time I munched a gold item, it healed me for a ton. Damn it. Yeah, the problem is I've now taken a ton of damage. And yeah, this isn't healing me for anything. Whoops. And there was a landmine on the ground. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, so I guess there is a reason to hold on to the heals. At least we did actually find some gold that time. A lot, in fact. What? I don't know. Okay, restores 1 energy after playing 4 cards in a single turn. Is just better. Yeah, this guy has less health. But Azari is just the superior character. Okay, let's open some booster packs, see what we can get, but then otherwise kind of call it. Unless it just gives me a bunch of blanks, at which point I'm going to be upset. Okay, we get Meteor Magnet. Ooh. Bionic Spine, increase all damage sources by 10% and max health. Drone to call airstrikes on enemies. Better luck. Drone to unleash shockwaves against enemies. Yeah, so this is one of the big issues, is we just haven't unlocked enough cool cards to play around with. That said, this is a really... hiccup. This is a really neat game. It borrows from a lot of other games, and I think that does hurt its identity a little bit. Namely because I think it doesn't know itself, if that makes sense. Yeah, happy radar. Luck by 20%. I'm curious about how that goes. Looks like there's still a number of cards that I haven't unlocked, but it's mostly just different levels of things I already have. I think the only one I don't recognize is... Oh, the better version of the EMP circle. I haven't used that. Actually, there aren't a whole lot of cards left for me to unlock. It's just, yeah, the rarer versions of things that I already have. But it borrows from a lot of things, I think, without fully making it its own. So the card system is just Heretic's Fork all over again, which I think is good and bad. Good because I think Heretic's Fork did a fantastic job of pioneering this system, and I think it works incredibly well. Originally, when I saw it, it's like, oh, it's a Deckbuilder bullet heaven. I was like, that sounds dumb. How is this going to work? And the answer is, oh, it's just Heretic's Fork again, but you can move. And it's like, okay, that works fine. But the problem is it doesn't do anything more than Heretic's Fork. It's just Heretic's Fork again, but you can move. And I enjoy it because I enjoy Heretic's Fork, and thus I enjoy this game, but it doesn't sit in my memory. There's no extra excitement here. It's just more of the same. And I wish it had more of that in some way, shape, or form. And like, there's a billion different ways I could suggest this. You know, anywhere from having more interesting cards, just tons more cards in general. Having it that like maybe cards have slightly randomized effects. You're always kind of hunting for more, because there are different levels of gold quality cards. I'm not even sure if I'd really like that. Maybe just certain cards have higher tier bonuses. I mean, you could even do one of those where you actually flatten it out, get rid of the golden cards, but every time you merge two like cards together, their bonus goes up. So instead of having, you know, gray, green, purple, and gold, you just have one card type. But if you merge, say, two big chips together, they get a small stat boost, you know, 1% movement speed. Merge two more of those together, you could get like further stat boosts. So you're always kind of constantly mushing chips together just for those stat bonuses, but I'm not even sure if that's good. I think the real issue is this game needs more decks. It needs a lot more decks, to the point where actually you're not, where the decks are almost kind of separate. Yeah, I think that's it. Is that right now this kind of feels like this weird elbow. Imagine if you were playing Slay the Spire, but you were always being offered cards for the other characters too. So you're playing Ironclad and it's just giving you a bunch of silent cards you don't want. After a while, it would feel a little frustrating of like, this is too much. You know, you're already being offered things that don't fit in your build, but if you're being offered things that not only don't fit your build, but are also from a different character that like require orb slots that you can't use or scale off of something else, you're just kind of like, why am I being offered this? And so it just ends up clogging the pool. And it feels like this game needs a tremendous more width. But then also there's three different classes. Well, you play as 3 different characters or 6 different characters. And then you also have like 6 different starting weapon types that determine your class. You know, if you pick a laser weapon, you're only being given laser items and related upgrades. But make the game a little bit more merciless. Make those upgrades a little bit worse. Maybe. And maybe have just a lot more interesting things that you can kind of do within that. You know, have lasers, have fractal effects, have arcane, have more status effects, have explosions just get bigger or do interesting things, knock enemies around, knock an enemy into an enemy for extra damage, stuff like that. I think there's a lot of things that can be done here, and I could sit around for a while just coming up with ideas, but it is one of those where ultimately the game homogenizes itself extremely fast. Once you have unlocked everything, you pretty much just are like, okay, I'm doing the arcane build this time, and you just stack arcane as much as you can. And if I were to do a 4th run of this game with any of the weapons I've already used, I wouldn't change anything. And I think that's where this falls apart a little bit, is that like there just isn't enough lateral variety or emergent build crafting to really have that feeling of like, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to go for the big laser build. There's no big laser build. It's just the multi-laser build. It's just how many pea shooters do you have versus rail guns, and that's it. And that's fine, but like after 4 or 5 runs, it's just going to be the same game over and over and over again. And I think that is a critical weakness for this system, and I think that needs to be solved. But gosh, if it is, this is going to be a lot of fun. Like, I know some people are like, Wander, stop bellyaching, the game is fine. But the answer is like, the game is fine now for like an hour, maybe 3. And then after that, it drops off. And I want this to be one of those games that I can sink like 20, 30 hours into. And I hope that like having this thing at the end saying like, hey, this is actually a problem, as fun as it is, might mean that we get a better version of this later, hopefully. I mean, kind of the point of me covering these games well in advance of their release is to say like, hey, this is good foundation. Build upon it, please. Don't release next week. That would be bad. I've had a couple of developers do that where they're like, yeah, you know, here you go, Wander. I'll check out our game. And I'm like, hey, this has serious glaring issues you should probably address before you launch this. Next email, hey, we're launching our game tomorrow. And it's like a week later. It's like, I can't do anything about this. And now your game's in this like bad state and everybody notices it. And then it never gets updates because nobody bought it. And that's a problem. I know this is a terrible cycle that I'm subjected to over and over again, and it's always a little painful. And so I sincerely hope this does not end up in that, because it's such a cool format and idea. It just needs a little bit more of its own original flavor, and then also way more replayability. Anyway, with all of that said, I guess I might as well mention that the Dustbound demo should be coming out very soon. The playtest is up now, and I don't know what the difference is between this and the actual demo. But if you want to get access to the playtest, you can go to the Steam page and request an invite. And then I believe once the demo is out, you can just download it and play it. I don't think there's too much of a difference. And hopefully, you guys can also join in and give the devs some feedback, some ideas, and so on and so forth. But with all that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.